To get an understanding of any discussion or subject, you have to start with the basics. And that goes for female nature. You got to start with the basics. So we're going to start with female nature 101. And the archetype that I normally use to break this down when I talk to people is the nest. I always say if you can understand the nest, then you can understand female nature. I remember a long time ago, maybe about 30 years, I used to listen to Dr. Laura Schlesinger about relationships. And she used to say the primary difference between men and women is that men do not nest and women do. So that gives you a key to where a woman's primary allegiance is. Her allegiance is to the nest and everything inside of it. That is internal to their nature. Having a suitable spot or situation to propagate her young is internal to her, and that's where her allegiance is. That is her primary function. Any female, from a bacteria all the way up to a human being, has the responsibility of gathering the best material she can find so that her offspring will have the best chance to survive in any environment. So when a woman looks at a society, a man, a house, a job, anything else, social stature, it all goes back to gathering material so that her offspring will have the best chance to survive in any environment. If you look at the relationship that she has with a man, she's looking at him as material, be it genetics, be it wealth, be it athleticism, intelligence, attitude, social standing, etc. Love comes secondary to that prime directive. So if you understand this, and you know that her primary loyalty is not to you, then you're slightly ahead of the game. Her loyalty is not male loyalty. When she's loyal to you is because you're part of the nest, because that's what she's loyal to, not to you as a person, as a man, even as a lover. If you become part of her nest, then you become an object of her loyalty. And when you are not, she has no duty to protect you or be in service to you. Maybe we in the black subculture have a different perspective. We automatically know and believe that any woman that we are involved with is not automatically loyal to us. Female loyalty is not the same as male loyalty. And any woman that is not loyal to her nest first is out of order in the black community, and she's not trusted. In the black community, we don't date or have a woman strictly as a companion. That is a secondary characteristic of our interaction. We know that that woman's not going to be loyal to you until you are part of her nest, whether it be her husband, her baby daddy, or something like that. Her loyalty springs from the aspect of her relationship with the nest. If you think about it, if you're in a serious relationship with a woman, what's the first thing she wants to do? She either wants to move in with you, if it's comfortable enough, or you move in with her. Because what she's trying to do is make you a part of her nest. That's the way she's built. Any of the older MGTOWs that have been around the block for a while will notice that if you're dating a woman for a good period of time and she visits your house, what does she start to do? She starts to leave things. A piece of clothing here, a pair of shoes there. And if you date her long enough, pretty soon, half of your closet will be with her things. That's because she's establishing a nest inside your home. All she's doing is following her prime directive. So once we realize this prime directive, then we can be more pragmatic about how we see her. We can wipe that romanticism from our eyes and look at her more pragmatically. Don't automatically assume that she loves you the way you love her. She doesn't look at you the same way that you look at her. So you can't project your feelings and your loyalties and your worldview on her because it doesn't exist in her biology. It doesn't exist in her mind. You have to start looking at her in a cost-benefit ratio, because that's exactly the same way she's looking at you. And if you don't look at her that way, you're going to wind up hurt, confused, and disappointed. But this is an off-the-cuff discussion. There's a lot more to this. I didn't want to make a long video, so if there's any interest, drop a note in the comment section, because it's a lot deeper than this, and there's a lot more to it, but I don't want to ramble on. So with that, I'm going to end this.